Hello, everyone in Facebook land. It's Danielle Tooley, Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator, and this is the weekly live show, episode number 16. Today's show is titled Greater Than You. And really, I don't know who's out there. Who's out there in Facebook land today? We'll just wait for a couple of seconds for people to join. We've got one viewer. Fabulous. I'm probably starting a couple of minutes early just because I'm the most impatient person in the world, and I sit here with the screen ready to press live and I'm like, so yeah, bit early, but that's okay. All right, so the weekly live show, episode number 16, Greater Than You. This is a topic that I've chosen because there are so many places where we make things greater than us, where we make situations greater than us, where we make our problems greater than us, where we make people greater than us. But the fact is, we're infinite beings, so nothing, unless we decide it is, can be greater than us. Hi, Adriana, how are you going? I haven't seen you for so long. I look forward to seeing you soon and maybe doing a bar swap or something. It's crazy that we can't touch. It's nice that we can connect this way. So, yeah, as I was saying, we make things, people, situations, our money situation, our current climate that we're in right now, way greater than us. And the fact is, we're infinite beings. So infinite beings perceive, know, be, and receive. And we perceive, know, be, and receive in ways that many people don't have that capacity or that ability. So as infinite beings, everything is possible. Anything is possible. And so if we remember that and remind ourselves of that and use the tools, then nothing and no one can be greater than us. So hi Nicole, hi Delisha, how are you going? Good to see everyone from all different parts of Australia so far. So there was two energies I really wanted to address today with making things greater than us. So we can often make people greater than us and then do competition. Now, this can play out in two ways. I'll explain it in a situation that I see with my children. Now, my daughter is extremely competitive, and my son will do the opposite. So if she's doing something that he wants to do, instead of engaging in that particular activity, he'll retreat and recluse and decide to give up because she steals the show, essentially. So when someone is doing competition and you decide not to participate in that competition, then essentially you're doing competition too. Isn't that funny? We've always been taught that people are competitive if they're actively competing. It's actually not true. So if you're finding yourself moving away from a situation because you don't want to compete, then you are essentially doing competition too, because we will do that because we've made that person or that particular thing greater than us. Hi, Josephine, how are you going? And the other energy that I wanted to address with making things greater than us is where we believe or take a person's point of view and make that greater than what we know. So we've decided that what they are saying is true, and the things that they talk about, well, they must be right. They must know everything. And essentially we're negating our knowing and what is actually true for us. So if they're saying it, then it must be true. And this is very interesting with the media at the moment. Like, you'll see a lot of stuff on the media and there'll be a divide of people that are absolutely against what the media is saying. And then there's those people that are like, yes, everything that they're saying is true and correct. And they must be right. They must be feeding us the correct information. And this is the way we need to go. What I would invite you to is actually looking at the bigger picture. Like, get all the information that you require and all the information that you can obtain from all sources and see what is light for you. Because if any of that is making you heavy, it ain't true, right? So these are ways that we make things greater than us. So I have a question for you that you could use to clear some of this gunk and energy under all those places that you make things greater than you. So who or what are you making greater than you that if you didn't make it or them greater than you would give you all of you? And everything that is and everything that brings up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? And you can put the clearing statement in there. So if you want to know what the clearing statement is, you can go to www.theclearingstatement.com, and this will explain what this particular statement that I'm about to say, that will explain what that actually does. I won't explain that right here on that call, but if you've done any access classes, then you'll be familiar with this clearing statement. I love the clearing statement. It clears all of the energy and all of those places where you're stuck so that you can have a different possibility show up. It's like, essentially, it's like a magic wand to change the energy. So yes, thank you, Josephine, for putting that there. That's awesome. So who or what are you making greater than you that if you didn't make it or them greater than you would give you all of you? Because when you give up your power, you lose you in the process, right? And you don't want to do that. You always find when people go into a relationship and they'll have a relationship with someone and then it will go to shit. And then the first thing they'll say is, I've got to find me again. So what is that? It's because they've made that person greater than them, and they've essentially handed all of their power over to this person they've been in relationship with. They've given up the things that they love. They've taken on the same points of view as their partner so that they can fit in and mold. And we do this in other situations too. Maybe we do it with our relationships with our friends. Maybe we do it with our relationships with our parents. In business, all sorts of situations where we'll make a situation, some person, a relationship greater than us so that we essentially lose us. So who or what are you making greater than you that if you didn't make it or them greater than you would give you all of you? Another little story I wanted to tell you about was, I'm just looking at the events, my daughter, years and years ago when she was really little, she was having some nightmares. And she said, Mummy, I'm really scared at night. I'm having these nightmares. And I said, and she's like, people are chasing me. And I said, well, what if you didn't? And it was something to this effect because it was such a time ago. But I said something like, what if you didn't make the dream bigger than you, greater than you? What if those things that were chasing you weren't actually scary, that you could just turn around and stand still and stare them straight in the face? And I would have said a few other things, but just explaining in a very layman's terms with a child and explaining how, not making that dream bigger or greater than you will allow you to be in control. And she said, like a couple of weeks later, Mummy, I had this dream and this person was chasing me, and I turned around and I stood there and I looked them straight in the eyes, and she said, and then they vanished. I was like, wow. When you say things to children and you give them information and you don't actually really expect that will be an outcome, or the outcome will be like that. And she's actually never ever had a nightmare since. So what does that tell you? So even in our dreams where we make things greater than us, and I've often always got the energy that dreams are often playing out as a way of showing us where we're maybe disempowered in our own lives. So if you're being chased a lot, where are you running away from your life and not showing up? What have you made greater than you? Hi Georgie, how you going? I miss you. One of my dance mums. And then the other day, so another little story, the other day a friend of mine actually messaged me and she said, I'm really concerned. My work has told me that I have to have a vaccination, otherwise we can't work, or we have to be put into a different division. And she said, I need some, I knew that if I messaged you, you'd give me some light on this. And I said, let me sit with it. And then what I actually came back with is that where have we made vaccinations or our points of view around vaccinations greater than us? Where have we decided that we have the point of view that we can't actually get rid of those toxins that they put into our body? Where have we decided that that will be the end of us and that we'll be sick and that those toxins will be forever filtering throughout our system? But if you're an infinite being, if you're that magical space of possibility, is that really true? And could it be possible that you could actually dissipate that poison out of your body with ease? Now, the last couple of weeks, I've actually been detoxing and fasting. Today I'm fasting. I thought, oh my God, it's a good idea for me to fast and come on and do my Gypsy Live call today, because sometimes it scatters me. Well, it doesn't scatter me. I just become more space, and so my thoughts aren't there at all. And I go to draw on something and it isn't there. So I was like, oh, okay, should I do it? And I got a yes, I'll do it. But these are all the ways that we can honor our body and choose things that will create greater. And, you know, is all of those things greater than us, or can we make choices that will combat what we've decided will have an effect on us? And look at all the places that you've been able to create magic with your body, or create magic in business, or create magic in your everyday lives. And like just tap into that energy and tap into the space of possibilities you can have with your body, and all the places you've decided that something is greater than you, that you can't change it, that you can't change molecularly what's going on in your body. And think about all the poisons and things like that that we're in contact with 24/7, you know, in our everyday lives, just cleaning products and things like that. So remember, your point of view creates a reality with everything. Your point of view creates your reality with everything. So if you have the point of view that a vaccination can hurt your body, then guess what? Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. If you have the point of view that someone or something is greater than you, then guess what? Yes, that is absolutely true. If you have the point of view that what is going on right now in the current pandemic, in this current economic climate, is going to destroy you, then guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen. Keep asking for the possibilities. Keep asking for the magic to show up. You being you, and you being the walking possibilities that I know that you can be and are the invitation for something greater. Don't make any of this greater than you. So what else do we make greater than us? We make money greater than us. I can't do this because I don't have the money. That is making money greater than you. What if you could ask, universe, show me what, show me, make the choice first. Make the choice to do the thing that you would like to do, and then say, universe, show me the contribution you can be to me so I can have those things. Whenever I've asked that question, the universe has always delivered. Why would it not deliver now? Why is it do you think the universe sits there and goes, okay, there's a coronavirus pandemic on right now, so I'm not going to deliver to you anymore? No. Again, your point of view creates your reality. So if you choose something to make your life greater, that will make your life so much easier right now, ask the universe to have your back, because it absolutely will. But you've got to have that choice, and you've got to make that demand of you first. And then again, like we always often make our problems greater than us. Any problem in our world, it's so great that we fall into the trauma and drama of it, right? It is, and then we make it so big and so significant and so solid. Hi Wally, how you going? And it creates such a density in our worlds. What if there is something far greater than that possible, and all you have to do is ask for that possibility and not buy into the trauma or drama around you? And again, like, people will pull you into that. The media will pull you into that so easily. Be the space of the possibility that you know is available to you. I've actually been getting really excited. I've had to um, call a couple of companies. My daughter's dance classes are now online, and I rang up a company about getting some flooring in my clinic. So I'm not using my clinic right now. I'm in it right now because I'm chatting to you, but I'm not actually touching people in my clinic right now. I'm running online sessions, coaching sessions, and online classes, but I'm essentially not using my clinic at this present moment. So I thought, oh, great. Well, I'll turn my room into a dance studio for her so she can continue the thing that she loves. And I rang up this company and I said, and I'm just checking to see if you are still operating. She's like, yep, absolutely. We are inundated. And I said, I am so excited for you. And she's like, oh, I feel terrible because there's all these people that suddenly have to get dance gear for their children and create this flooring for, we've created this flooring for that particular market. And I said, well, isn't it great that, you're in a situation where you can supply and you can create greater, which essentially, keeps the economy ticking over. So problem becomes a possibility. So where have you got a possibility that's lurking under your problem? Or it's to the side, or it's to the other side, or it's on top, or it's somewhere. Like, what possibility is available to you underneath your problem? I had another client that I worked with for quite a few sessions, and he had a choice between two jobs just before this pandemic happened, and he landed this awesome job that happens to be in the health sector and in IT. So two of the greatest things that we require right now. So he's flying. My brother-in-law works for NBN. So again, an essential service. He's flying. So there are companies and there are situations out there where people are making money through this. So what if this situation isn't greater than you and you can have that possibility too? And if not, right? If not, and you don't want to go and find that possibility, you don't want to go to work, you don't want to, you're feeling overwhelmed. Like, that's, some of us are feeling overwhelmed. I've had, times where I've felt that, or I've perceived it, and I've perceived the planet operating from that. I'm just so grateful that I have these tools that I can draw upon and use. Hi, Carol and Chantel. Which helps me to get over things like super quick. Like, I don't sit in my shit for too long. It's like, oh, okay, that's really heavy. Okay, what else can I choose next? But I've just totally lost my train of thought now. What was I going to talk about? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and it was good too. And if only someone on this call, on this live got in the chat was where I was going with that. Because when I'm on Zoom or I'm coaching people, I can say, what was I saying again? And they'll go, oh, you were just saying this. And I'll go, oh, got my thought back. But no, it's gone. The train's left the building. It was bloody good too. I think I was talking about, you are wonderful. Thanks, Josephine. That's right. I was talking about how, if you're overwhelmed and you can't function right now, just take your day by day, bite-sized pieces. What can you control in the next 10 seconds? Don't make it a whole week or a whole month or a whole year of what you're like trying to cram in and do. What is joyful for you? What is fun for you right now? And what could you break into your day's bite-sized pieces that are easy to navigate, right? So if you're doing that overwhelm, what's easy to navigate right now that you could choose? And it could be as simple as just playing with your kids and being present with them. I mean, I know now that I'm not like pulled in 100 different directions, driving them to hobbies, doing my own work, making dinners, like inundated with all the things that you are as a mum, as a business owner, as, a partner, that now I can be present with them in different ways. So what is the gift in this? What could you receive from this right now? You could be more creative. You could bake more. You could play with your kids more. I'm doing a jig puzzle at the moment with my partner. We've been working on it for 2 nights. I reckon we'll get it finished tonight, or maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Um, but it's just nice just to be as well. So please don't feel like you have to do or do all these things for the future, or make massive changes in your life right now. It's not about that. It's about getting what's true for you and what is going to create the most for you now and for your future. And if that's doing nothing, that is totally fine too. So even trying to get everything done and trying to do more is actually making this situation greater than you too. So again, I'm going to ask that question. Who or what are you making greater than you, that if you didn't make it greater than you, would give you all of you? And everything that brings up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? And you can let that go from your body too. I'm a magnificent hoarder of energies in my body. So if you're finding, and I have tools to let it go too, and I never used to. Back in the day, I would just have pain and suffering in my body 24/7, because I would just pull all of that energy into my body, lock it in. I call it lock it in Eddie. And I wouldn't be able to let it go. I'm so grateful for that I have the tools now to be able to let that shit go. It's there, and then I'm going, okay, body, can we release that now? So if you're like tight in your neck and shoulders from all the stress, if you're tight, for me at the moment, it's in my lower back and my hips. I just actually went to the osteo for him to work on me. So let it go from your body too. So who or what are you making greater than you, that if you didn't make it greater than you, would give you all of you? And everything that brings up, including the pain in your body, let that go too. Will you destroy and uncreate it? And breathe it out. Like really, really, really let it go from your body. Like you don't have to hold the trauma and drama of the planet. My sister came to drop something off yesterday, and she just quickly, because I know we're not allowed to have visitors and stuff like that, but she just quickly dropped some stuff off at my house, and she was just saying, she's just really stressed. And interestingly, her husband has had a pay rise, he's had a promotion, she doesn't work. And I said, what is it that's actually making you stressed? And she goes, it's really just the whole world. So how many of us are holding on to that? And I even know with my son, he's such a super sensitive being, and it's a capacity, he's so super aware. And he tends to play that out in different ways, and not always to his advantage either. But he's extremely empathic, and he has the ability to tap into what's going on around him. So if he's tapping into the stress of his dad, if he's tapping into the stress of my partner, if he's tapping into the stress of me, of any stress that I'm carrying, or the stress of the planet, then he'll tend to play that out. So how many of you are doing that? And will you let that go now, please? So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? So who or what are you making greater than you, that if you didn't make it greater than you, would give you all of you? Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Yeah, you're right, Josephine. He is amazing. I'm blessed. I've got 2 incredible children, 2 very, very, very different children, and 2 very incredible children in their own ways. And they're such a gift to me. And they make me so happy, and they're so crazy, and they do lots of fun stuff with me. So it's really fun to hang out with them at the moment, even though at times they drive me batshit crazy. Don't worry. You have the tools, and still, things still can grate on you. We're not all, we can be it all. So I wanted to do some 1, 2, 3s and some 1, 2, 3, 4s. So 1, 2, 3s, let go of all the energy. Well, let go of all the energy in your body to start with, but also destroy and uncreate all the energy behind everything that's happening right now. So everything that was created in the past, which is virus, essentially, and anything else that's going on, right? And then I'm going to do some 1, 2, 3, 4s to open the door to a totally different possibility, a totally different future that we've never had before. And we don't know what that is. But let's open the doors to that and let's clear that energy so that we can have that available to us right now. And yes, they are wonderful facilitators of joy. They are definitely. So let's do some 1, 2, 3s to let go of all the things from the past, including this creation of the virus. 1, 2, 3. And you can throw your hands up in the air because it creates more drama, a dramatic effect. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And all the energy in your body that you're hoarding, that energy of angst and overwhelm and disharmony and uncertainty and fear, all of that you're collecting in your body, all of that you're collecting from all the people on the planet. Let's do a 1, 2, 3 on that too. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now I want to do a 1, 2, 3, 4. We're ready to collect all the energy to open the doors to a different possibility for all of us. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Okay, and I'm just going to ask the question one more time for effect and to assist you into creating something greater with this. Hi Geraldine, who or what have you made greater than you that if you didn't make it or them greater than you would give you or you, and everything that does not allow that will you destroy and uncreate it and let it go from your body. All right. Well, that was a big set of tools. We covered a lot of things. So if you've just joined, hi Fiona, which you've just joined Geraldine, go back to the beginning of this recording because there was some magic and gold in there that I'm sure can assist everybody, including me. I actually feel 100 times lighter just from doing this live today. I've so enjoyed having you on. Thank you so much. For those that have commented, thank you so much for listening. And thank you so much to the people that will listen to this in the future. We're all in this together, and what can we create? What magical, infinite possibilities do we have available? That we can carry on into our future. And big love to you all. And remember, if you have joined this group, you're in this group, you can find all the past live calls that I've done, all 16 of them, or they're also on my YouTube channel. So you can go directly to my YouTube channel and grab them all from there, and some of them have on my website as well. I look forward to seeing you in person or online soon. Bye for now.